Hi, my name is Ron Lehman. I'm from the Faux School in Frederick, Maryland, where I teach decorative painting workshops and complete commission projects for clients all around the world. Today I'm going to show you a technique that we call Saturn's moon. It's a pearlescent glaze using two colors. Before we get started, if you do me a quick favor and go down below and hit that subscribe button so you get notified when I make new videos, that way you know. Okay, let's get our tools, let's get our materials, and let's get started. So the first thing I've done to get ready for today's technique is base coated the surface using a black satin enamel paint. Because we're using glaze, we want to work over satin. Flat is too porous, it absorbs the material. Semi-gloss is too slick, everything slides all over the place. Satin gives us the right sheen level to let the glaze have enough time to do what we want it to do and not dry too quickly. The glaze we're going to be using today is Modern Masters Tintable Glaze. Tints with pigment, never paint. This is actually will dry on its own. If you add paint to it, it'll accelerate the dry time and it'll dry too quickly. So if you're doing a large wall, you're not going to have enough time. Pigment, always pigment. Sometimes referred to as universal colorants, never paint. And then, because today we're going to do something different, meaning we're doing a metallic glaze. Yes, I've taken regular glaze and made it look metallic. And what I've done is work out of these little cups. I put about a pint in here, pint of glaze. And to make it metallic, I grabbed my Magna Pearl. You see that? Magna Pearl mica powder. All right. And what it is to make a quart of metallic glaze, 2 tablespoons. It's going to save you a bunch of money. Then I wanted to add some color to it. So I wanted to get a black or a silver color going. So I've done that by taking a pinch of black pigment. I know it looks dark in here, but it's silver. And that would be the equivalent of, to a quart formula, a teaspoon to a quart. Okay? And then my second color is violet. Same thing, I added my Magna Pearl glaze, or mica powder, and I took violet. Can you see that? Pigment. Put it in there. Now, tools, pretty simple. We only need a couple tools. Small surface, so I'm going to use small tools. I was doing a big surface, I'd be using big tools. The black nylon bristle paintbrush by Purdy, they call it the Peacock. I like them because it's a soft bristle. Okay? And I have two, because I have 2 colors. And then we're going to use the triple row Badger silver tip softener to do the final effect. And our other ingredient, I don't know where I put it. There it is. Rubbing alcohol, 91%. We use 91% because the higher the alcohol content, the faster it evaporates. And that's what we want it to do. We want it to hit the surface, evaporate. If it hits and drips, it's not going to give us the desired effect. It's actually going to look totally different. It's cheap. It's like $1 at the dollar store for a big giant bottle. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Now, if this was a large wall, I would hydrate the surface first, meaning mist it with water. That way it would absorb the moisture and then give me a slip coat so the glaze has more time to work. Small surface, hopefully. We don't need that. Hopefully I don't shoot myself in the foot. I'm going to put it on like so. Getting around those edges. Don't be afraid. Get it in there. I use a little more silver than normal. All right. That's first color, obviously. Let's get to the second color. The violet. Going around my silver. It's okay if they touch a little bit. It's not going to hurt anything. Now, what we need here is a trusty piece of plastic. The thinner, the better. Preferably a 0.7 millimeter, which is just thin, cheap trash bags. No color, okay? This is clear. We don't want the white bags, the blue bags, the gray bags. We don't want grocery store logos because that is ink on the plastic. And when we have ink on the plastic and we hit it to the surface, it could transfer. So we don't want to take that risk. Take it, crunch it up, open it up, crunch it up again, open it up. What that does is get rid of the folds and creases from how it was packaged. And now we're just going to have it like so. And I'm not just going to tap the surface, okay? Don't just tap, tap, tap. I'm going to kind of tap and push, tap and push. meaning push these two colors together a little bit. I will tap certain areas to break up the color because I want them to melt together. But I don't want to create one brand new color. So it's like a push pounce. And how would you do a corner? You have to get into the corners. That's all there is to it. All right, clean my hands up a little bit. Now I'm going to take my badger brush and stipple this. You could use a stipple brush if you want. Just means you're not getting another brush, but look, it does the exact same thing as a stipple brush. If you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, you will. Here soon, I'm going to start making some furniture and cabinetry videos. And the stipple or patina brush will come in very handy. All right, clean my excess off. Now, use the badger brush properly. Into the surface, straight. Only the tips, okay? We don't want it bending. Let's cloud this up. I'm going to soften, soften, soften. See how it makes it nice and cloudy? All right, that's that. Now for the alcohol. Make sure this is it. I think that's it. Pretty sure that's it. That's it. I dip my fingers in it, excess off, fling it in. It's often referred to as sissing. We'll do this with a lot of marble techniques to create our backgrounds. And what it does is the alcohol attacks the water-based glaze, forcing it to separate. All right? You can get as crazy with this as you want. Yeah, it looks like it's working. It's always a good thing when it works like it's supposed to. Okay, now this is going to take about 5 minutes to do what it needs to do. So, we're going to let it sit for a minute because we don't need to watch paint dry, and I'll be right back. Alright, so it's been sitting for at least 5 minutes, and what we're going to do is take our badger brush, we're going to come top to bottom, and what this does, so that as the alcohol hit the surface, it pushes the glaze away, exposing the base coat of the black satin enamel, and when I pull, hold on, let me go back to the top down, it pulls the glaze, so what happens is now the oil's still, the alcohol's still in those little spots. The glaze doesn't want to stick to it. So the glaze kind of, as it goes over the alcohol exposed spot, pulls up and over and creates the illusion of dimension. And we always go the same way. We only go 2 different directions. You don't want to go back and forth because it just becomes a big mess. So I'm going to go top to bottom and then left to right. But it's really up to you to decide the direction you choose to go. And you can keep working it as long as you want, or until, well, once you're satisfied with it, then you're pretty much finished. Now, somebody's going to go, I know, it's easy to do on a small surface, you got to use a big wall. Slip coat is the biggest thing you can do, meaning put that hydration coat of water on the surface first, hydrate that wall, that way it doesn't want to suck your glaze in, and you have to use good quality glaze. Some people, they see the price of these professional level glazes, and there's a reason they cost $70 to $100 a gallon, because they dry slower. Some of the stuff you buy in the paint stores and the home improvement stores isn't that great. It has its purpose, but when you're doing big walls, find something with a long open time, like this Modern Masters product. Very good glaze, and they've been around a long time, and they got a great technical service department. Now, about that glaze, soap and water cleanup, interior only, and I always recommend putting a top coat over top when you're finished to protect your work. And if this was getting a top coat, I would probably put satin over it. Or you could even wax it. Okay, I think I'm happy with this. Very light touch with the brush. If you put too much pressure, it just doesn't do the job. It just kind of makes a muddy mess. I know you can't really see it from back there at the moment. Give me 2 seconds. And I'll bring it up to you. But that's it. These are fun accent walls. You can do any color combination you desire. Okay, let's see how it looks. See all that? Can you see it? All that movement? There it is. See, but look, there's nothing to it. There's zero texture on that surface at all. It's smooth as a piece of glass. It's only reflecting my image because it's wet. I'm sorry, I have to look off the side so I can see what you're seeing. All right, but there it is, look. See all that? We call this one Saturn's moon in the workshops, because it had real cool like galaxy look to it. All right, see if we can see it here. There it is. Yeah, see that? Fun stuff, right? Cool, that's it. That's really all there is to it. A very simple, fast process. Okay. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. I ask you to do me a favor and hit the subscribe button down below. That way you'll be notified when I make new videos, and I will put them out every week. And yeah, that's it. All right, my name is Ron Lehman. I'm from the Faux School in Frederick, Maryland. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.